So I'm not going to steal her thunder, but I want you to give her a great Netroots welcome. I am proud, I am delighted, I am overjoyed to introduce a fighter, a doer, an intellect, a warrior, a spear carrier, and my friend and the next governor of the great state of Georgia, Stacey Abrams.
My parents grew up in segregated Mississippi, in Jim Crow Mississippi, where their parents could not vote, where my grandmother could clean the college but couldn't vote in the college booth, where my grandfather could cook for everyone but could not pick his mayor. And so my parents believed in civil rights, they believed in justice, and they fought for it even though it didn't and wouldn't have affected them because they were too young to vote. We need to start talking about success. We need to start talking about possibility and opportunity, because this isn't their world, this isn't their country, this is ours. And my parents proved that it can be done. My siblings proved that it can be done. And it doesn't take a Robert and Carolyn Abrams to be successful. It just takes good people willing to do hard work to get things done. And that's why I'm here today at Netroots Nation. I'm here because I know that racism and sexism and geography will always be weapons forged against us, that who we love and who we are and how we look will be used to tell us that we're not enough. And I am here because I reject that belief. I'm running for governor because I reject that belief. See, the problem was we were trying to use the Republicans' playbook. We were trying to use the strategy that they had employed for years. We thought that if we reverse engineered their histrionics and their hostility, we could show the rest of the state their mistakes and they just usher us back in. But Democrats had a problem. Progressives have a problem, because we actually believe in the power of government to do good. We believe in the power of our nation, and we believe in the power of our people to rise up and run our nation, so we can't do what they do. We can't just say no and hope it gets better. And that's why I wanted to be a part of the Democratic Party. But I knew we had to do something different, because those of us who are straight have to be allies for the LGBTQ community. And those of us who are citizens have to be louder and must shout more viscerally about the protections we need for those who are in the shadows. That those of us who stand on the outside of the prison gates have to speak for those who are inside. We progressives have a problem. It's the problem of having a conscience. We have the problem of believing in a government of, for, and by the people. And it's a huge problem for those on the other side, because they don't care if we just burn it all down. Resistance is only the beginning. It is critical. It is vital, but it cannot govern. Because we need the resistance to fight not only for our opposition, but sometimes we need them to fight our leadership. And let me hear me clearly. That's not treason. That's not betrayal. That's democracy. That's what this is. And in this room, in this hotel, in this Netroots Nation, we know we have the power. We have the power to declare that Black lives matter and to defend dreamers without having someone question our patriotism. We have the right to, and the power to call for gun control without first praising the Second Amendment. We have the power to explain that climate change is real, and so are the energy jobs that can employ millions of struggling Americans. We have the power to fight for Medicare for all without bringing about the end of modern civilization. We have the power to defend our public schools from privatization and to stop Democratic candidates who would call themselves Democrats and fight for privatization like Betsy DeVos. We have the power to stand up for labor unions and rebuild the middle class without costing anybody a single job. We have the power to talk about policy with people of color and lock arms with white progressives and speak to disaffected Republicans without losing our souls or losing an election. We have my hair, my gender, my skin color. And you can win here in Georgia. Because I believe in the power of the grassroots. I believe in the power of the Netroots. I believe that we have to build from the ground up and we have to build forever. Because I know that if we do what we can, if you are beside me with progressives owning their power across this country, we can demand more of our leaders, expect more of ourselves, and we can change this country. Because I believe in a shared power. I believe in a sacred power. I believe in a people power. The willpower of progressives to put real progressives in every seat, especially in the South, and to redraw the image of leadership so we can all see ourselves reflected in its face. Because together, if we work, if we speak, if we fight, if we believe, then we will have the power to change America, so let's get it done.